You're watching the Western Athletic Conference on ESPN+. Moody Coliseum in Abilene, Texas is where we find the UIW Cardinals and the ACU Wildcats women's college basketball here on ESPN+ on a Friday night. Coy Ostlund, Bella Earl, Kaysen Higgins in just a minute, but Bella, college basketball season is here. It is a big-time matchup early on for the region. Two former conference foes, two teams that know each other well, two teams that battle for recruits even. It's going to be a pretty good game here early on in the year.
Yes, both of these teams are very similar but different in their own ways. This will set the tone for their season, and it's going to be a fun game to watch. Both are great teams, so I'm excited.
So both teams coming off a win for ACU, a loss for UIW. But Bella, what's important, two very opposite games, and from those games, kind of some standout players already on both sides. For UIW, Gwendolyn McGrew, the guard coming in against Texas, had a great game in Austin, 12 points for her, Bella.
Yes, as you can see, she's one of those players that can get down in the paint, has very versatile moves, but also she can shoot from the perimeter, so it'll be hard to guard for sure.
And you talk about that. She's got the only three-point ball for UIW this year. On the ACU side of the ball, we flip over and see Peyton Hull. And Peyton is someone very diverse for this ACU team, the junior out of Peaster, Texas. 455 early on shooting this year for her.
Yeah, talk about a great player. Preseason WAC Player of the Year. She's going to be hungry for those layups, for those threes. She can score all three levels. It's going to be hard to guard her.
Yeah, those 16 points led the Wildcats against Howard Payne earlier this week. Well, two teams, we talk about it on different paths right now. ACU, kind of a lot of returners, but for UIW, a coaching change this past offseason. For more on that, we send it courtside to Kaysen Higgins.
Thanks, guys. Both coaches here coming in with completely different perspectives. On one end of the scorers table, we have UIW's Jasmine Player in her first year head coaching at the Division I level. The 09 Baylor graduate is looking to write her opening chapter as a head coach here in her book. On the other side of the table, we have Julie Goodenough in her 32nd year of coaching, her 14th for the Wildcats. 3 decades of coaching, 14 years of experience for these Wildcats, building the culture. She's seen the ups, the downs, the playoff wins, the playoff losses. Different perspectives, different paths, all looking here to win today here in the beautiful hardwood of Moody Coliseum. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Kaysen and Bella. Pre-game festivities getting wrapped up here in Abilene, Texas. We're set for a matchup between two teams that had some postseason games last year, and it's a bit of a change of pace for UIW, but obviously these two teams very familiar with each other, like we've said. It's something that's important that goes into these non-conference games. Getting set for tip-off.
All right, parents, it's time for Wildcat basketball, so get on your feet.
Meredith Mays and Bryn Lusby at center court, and we are underway in Abilene, Texas. ACU and UIW. Peyton Hull takes it right off the bat. Gets it around, tries to find someone, and it's Aaron Woodson. Taking a look at the ACU starting lineup, Aaron Woodson, Brianna Davis, Peyton Hull, Meredith Mays, and Emma Troxel. No surprises there from Coach Julie Goodenough as a shot missed out of bounds, and it will be UIW ball.
The Wildcats, it'll be Cardinals ball.
It's set and the inbound here for the Cardinals. And taking a look as attempted steal there from Brianna Davis goes out of bounds. Starting lineup for the Cardinals: Morgan Borgstad, Bryn Lusby, Madison Cockrell, Destiny Whitaker, and Georgia Elliott for the Cardinals. Got just a second here. Peyton, did you see anything here? Or pardon me, Bella, did you see something here?
Hey, if I could be Peyton Hull, I'd love that.
You used to being on the court, you know.
All we could see is a look at ACU's aggressive defense, and looked like the ball went into their favor.
All right, so ACU going to be on the inbound here. Peyton Hull over to Brianna Davis. Goes to the right side and picks it back over to Emma Troxel. Now Hull driving inside, a right-handed layup is in. Good look there for ACU, get some points on the board.
Again, it's just going to be hard to guard Peyton Hull, who can score at all 3 levels, getting downhill.
Second in points on the Wildcats last season. Any clue on who was first last year?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Back to the court, though. Morgan Borgstadt over on the right side now is Madison Cockrell with the ball. A lot of ball movement here early on between these two sides. Shot clock winding down, an attempted shot and a whistle. So ACU gets a foul here early on. 8:51 left in the first quarter. So 2 shots coming up now for Destiny Whitaker, shooting .889 in that game against Texas from the free throw line.
Meredith Mays is going to have to play smart now for the rest of the half. It is a key player for ACU, so she cannot get any more fouls.
That one bounces out for the miss. Yeah, and you talk about that when you're thinking foul trouble this early into the first quarter. Obviously, nothing too crazy, but something to keep of note. Second shot now from Whitaker. And that one is clean. So 2-1 ACU leads. They take the inbound with Brianna Davis along the right side. Cole now looks inside, dances right, back left. One-handed layup, no good. Rebound here for the Cardinals. Morgan Borgstadt under the net there. And a good knock out of bounds there by Peyton Hull. Heads up play.
Out of bounds on the Wildcats, it'll stay with the Cardinals.
What are you seeing early on here between these two teams? Kind of coming out aggressive, or maybe pacing, trying to figure each other out?
A lot of downhill drives, a lot of pressure on the perimeter, so that's going to be key. Who's going to not have help side, and who can get down into the paint and draw some fouls.
Lusby on the right side, over to Whitaker. Whitaker now goes left, fakes back right. Standing firm, has to take a shot, and it almost went in as the shot clock expired. That one swatted back to Whitaker, who gets it over on the left side to Cockrell with no good on the 3 ball there.
ACU has got to limit second chance points. This is 2 offensive boards for the Cardinals.
Elliott now, here's a deep shot from her, no good. Brianna Davis with the rebound for the Wildcats. Along the right side, goes inside now. Passes back to Woodson, who drives in. Hole in the corner for 3, no good. Swatted down, a rebound by Mays, and a layup is good for the Wildcats. Meredith Mays showing up now for 1 ACU lead. Cockrell now at center court with the ball, covered by Davis. Brings it over on the left side, trying to find a pass there, and does to Borgstadt.
ACU is putting a lot of pressure on the Cardinals. They're shooting deep in the shot clock every time.
That's a great point. They're really having to hold the ball. Not a lot of passing opportunities, no open lanes for them. Troxel a 3 ball. What has she got? No good. ACU on the rebound attempt, and going to be UIW ball. Substitutions coming in now for the Cardinals. Gwendolyn McGrew and Ramey McCray. Elliott and Lusby going to check off the court for the Cardinals. 6:50 left here in the first quarter. Wildcats up 4-1 and showing pretty good amount of defensive aggression, pardon me, when UIW has the ball, and we're seeing it already here at about midcourt.
Yeah, they got to be careful. They don't want to be stuck in that corner in a trap.
Cockrell trying to line something up. Drives inside on Davis. The layup is good, and 1 for the Cardinals.
Talk about foul trouble. I think I spoke that into existence. 2
But
back-to-back fouls.
Sometimes you got to play it aggressive like that. UIW is being patient. That's what's important for them right now. You can look here at Madison Cockrell about to take this and 1 shot. 50% from free throw line from her this year. That number's going to go up good on that. So we're tied at 4 apiece between these two teams, with Davis in possession of the ball over to Hull. Peyton driving inside. There's a pass to Mays. No good. Rebound for the Cardinals. Big play there, Bella.
That was a great look. Great pick and roll by Peyton Hull and Meredith Mays. If they can just knock that down, it's going to be hard to guard.
Whitaker with an overshot on the 3. Hull's got the ball again for the Wildcats. Woodson now drives left, looks inside, a pass over to Davis. Davis, the 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Woodson, over to Hull. Hull going inside, now the layup and a whistle for her. Good job to get the ball back there for ACU. Obviously trying to even out these fouls here.
Yeah, ACU has had several open 3 looks, but getting down into the paint, drawing those fouls, that's how you counter if your threes are not knocking down.
Peyton Hull here to take the shot from the line. 1,000 so far this season from the line. Checking in for the Wildcats, Emma Doherty and Hull this year. Obviously a huge part of this ACU roster. And there will be a timeout on the court. ACU tied with UIW 4-4 here, 5:47 in the first quarter. And Bella, we've talked about it, ACU really aggressive on defense, getting those turnovers, but the foul trouble important. Stick with us, we'll be right back here in just a moment on ESPN+. Stick with us. Welcome back, Abilene, Texas. Coy Oslin, Bella Earl, Kaysen Higgins on the sideline for us. And Bella early on here, 4-4 ACU, UIW. We've seen some defense here, a couple 3-balls, but right now some things that they need to reset, remind themselves coming out of this first timeout as we take a look at our keys to the game here in Abilene, Texas. UIW needs to limit turnovers. They don't need to let that Monday loss to UT dictate today, and they need to play team ball on the ACU side. Don't underestimate their opponent. And you talk about team ball, obviously playing together, super important. This early on in the year, you got new players in there.
Yeah, especially with the versatility that ACU has. They have so many threats on the court, and so if they can just utilize those and share the love, it's going to be favor the Wildcats.
Hull's first shot, no good, was 4 for 4 entering this afternoon. I think I mentioned that for the break, so I shouldn't have said that. 5 for 6 now for her as that one goes through. 5-4 ACU. Aggressive drive up the court here for UIW, and a layup is good from Ramey McCray.
That's how you break a press. Just beat one defender and draw another, and that leaves someone open.
Hull on the left side. Here's a shot from Troxel, no good. Rebound for UIW. Good aggression here from the Cardinals early on, matching ACU's pace, getting down court. Just got to get those shots. Here's a 3-ball. That one's no good. Out of the hands of Gwendolyn McGrew. We talked about her game against UT. 3 balls for her. Just nothing yet in this game for either side. Woodson on the inside now. Pass out to Hull. Here's a 3-ball. No good. Both sides continuing this streak, missing 3-point shots. Bit of a tough pass there and a whistle.
It's tough whenever you're going after a loose ball and just ends up being a foul on your team. It's a tough call.
Yeah, 4th foul for ACU in this game, and obviously we talked about it almost immediately. A big foul for ACU, free throws for UIW, and here we are again, another foul for the Wildcats. Cockrell with the ball at midcourt, covered by Woodson, drives right side. Trying to go with a pass on the inside there, and nothing, looking to steal for the Wildcats. Here's Hull driving up court, and a pass on the left side to Woodson's blocked rebound for the Cardinals. A big turnover there.
Yeah, both teams, they're going to have to control the ball, limit their turnovers if they're going to want to score.
On the right side, here's a pass in the corner and off the hands. Almost went out of bounds for McGrew. She's going to rebound, take a mid-range jumper here, no good. Rebound, though, for the Cardinals. Borgstadt. Cardinals trying to set something up. Cockrell. Back over to McGrew. McGrew passes it again. Thanks to the shot from Borgstadt. Here's one, no good as the shot clock expired. We're seeing ACU kind of stall out those possessions for UIW. Hull now. Over to Davis.
With Mays off the court, it's kind of even all height-wise. We'll see how ACU plays inside without a threat like Meredith on the court.
They're in the corner, no good for Aaron Woodson, and another whistle. UIW going to get the ball here.
Yeah, drive and kick, open threes. That's the kind of basketball that you want to see, but if your threes aren't knocking down, you got to find another way to score.
Riley Groman, Jasmine Stone, and Molly Doherty coming in the game for the Wildcats.
At the line, shooting 2 for UIW, number 5, Madison Cockrell.
We saw these players on Monday, and all of them are scoring threats, and so it'll be interesting to see kind of how they play when the field is leveled.
Cockrell, the transfer from UTSA here in her senior year for the Cardinals. First shot from her. In and out for her, not a good look on the free throw there. Shooting at about 50% so far this year. Second shot from her, just shy. A rebound opportunity in the shot, no good for Gwendolyn McGrew.
Someone from ACU's got to step up and get some defensive boards. You can't have second chance points like that.
And it's something we've seen early on. We talked about it during the break. We talked about it before the break. Here we are again, ACU stacking up fouls early on. 0 of their last 6 on shots too, and another free throw missed there for McGrew. Second shot is true though, so 7-5 lead for the Cardinals over the Wildcats. Just under 3:30 left in the first quarter. Chavez pass inside to Troxel off the hands. And a whistle there. Under the net. So 2 shots coming up here.
We see the Cardinals playing some switching defense, so if ACU is going to be screening and rolling, there's going to be some mismatches, especially with Troxel on the inside.
Lusby and Whitaker come back in for the Cardinals. Troxel at the line. Junior's first shot is good. 7-6 Cardinals now. Second shot from Troxel, no good. Rebound chance goes off the hands, out of bounds. We're going to see who it is, and it's going to be UIW ball.
Out of bounds and off the Wildcats, it'll be Cardinals ball.
I love to see the hustle from both teams. This is going to be a really great, exciting game if both teams continue to out-hustle each other and outwork each other.
And we've seen it a couple times early on where UIW is, I would say, thinking just a little bit quicker than the Wildcats on opportunities like that. We saw that with the back-to-back free throw opportunities. Their last possession saw it right there, and a chance to get something going here with a 7-6 lead, maybe get some momentum. Holding Wildcats to one of their last 9 shots. Groman on the inside there with a beautiful layup. Gets the Wildcats the lead back 8-7 now into a long scoring drought for the Wildcats. Here's a 3-ball, no good. ACU got a chance to get the ball, and they will. Groman moving up court along the right side.
Riley Groman, freshman from Jim Ned, just down the block from ACU. I love a local player playing this well early on in the season. It's really exciting.
And that's always important when you can recruit in your area. It doesn't matter if your team has recruits. If you can build recruits out of your area, that's what's important. And just south of town, of course, Jim Ned High School in Tuscola. UIW with the ball now, driving down court, and another takeaway from the Wildcats. That one takes an errant bounce and goes out of bounds.
The Cardinals, it'll be ACU ball.
So ACU's going to keep the ball here as we take a look at this replay here, the drive on the inside. Puts ACU up 8-7.
That layup across the lane reminded me of Peyton Hull and how Riley's such a great three-point shooter and how she also can get down and score.
Jasmine Stone with the ball over on the right side, Emma Troxel. Looking around, he's gonna tip it off to Groman. Here's a chance here for Stone, driving inside. Didn't get the whistle, and there's one. Good drive to the inside there, just nothing to take away for it, but the chance here at some shots.
That's our first of the game, team foul number 3. Entering for the Cardinals, number 21, Mallory McQuitter.
McQuitter in the game for the Cardinals. Troxel back to the line. 1 for 2 on the day. First one, no good. Bella, in a game like this, when it's so start and stop, what are you telling yourself as a player to kind of keep your personal momentum going, keeping yourself locked in the game?
I think it's important to just go on to the next play. You can't just think about the last play if you messed up or if you scored. You got to move on to the next play and have that quick thinking. You can't dwell on anything.
Oliphant on the inside. The bounce pass goes out of bounds. And it will be UIW's ball.
Looks like Troxel is looking for a foul call there. Let's see if she gets a charge this game.
That's what I was looking for too there.
Yeah.
Inbound pass here. Whitaker's got it. Sorting around to Cockrell. 1:21 left here, first quarter. 9-7 Wildcats lead. Oliphant. Good pass over to Cockrell. 3 ball. No good, off the rim. But a rebound for the Cardinals. That one off a hand, and it's going to be ACU's ball. Big turnover there for the Wildcats. Jasmine Stone now for the Wildcats up court. Gives it off to Woodson. Woodson, Chavez, the shot. No good.
In and out.
There's a good chance there on the rebound. Emma Troxel under the net, Bella.
She can really clean up the board. She's just one of those players that will outwork everyone else on the court.
Steal drive to the rim for Woodson and a whistle. So the turnover for ACU, they get the ball right back and drive to the rim. So a huge moment there for the Wildcats to swing momentum. Substitutes coming in now. Jordan Coleman for the Wildcats, and for the Cardinals, Ramey McCray. Take a look at this here.
Yeah, you can just see how that deflection can cause your offense, you know?
Great awareness there in transition. Woodson, first shot is clean. 12-7 Wildcats lead. Just under 45 seconds here in the first quarter. Woodson's second shot, no good. And it's the second game of the year this year, and are you still trying to knock some of that rust off?
For sure, a lot of nerves still there, especially just the first couple games. You're still gonna be nervous, still figuring out your team chemistry. So that's why these games are super important.
Cool, covered by Hull. There's the inside. Shot opportunity is good. First three of the game, Ramey McCray. Her first 3 attempt of the year is true. With the clock winding down here. And UIW is going to get the turnover. Oliphant's going to have to inbound it. 4.6 left here in the first quarter. Winding down here, Oliphant with a errant shot off the backboard, rebounded by Troxel. Nothing to do there as we wrap up the first quarter of action here in Abilene, Texas. 12-10, Wildcats lead. The Cardinals stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Over UIW, but we're going to send it over to Kaysen Higgins courtside, who's going to tell us just a little bit more about London Oliphant, Natalia Chavez.
Thank you very much. ACU's roster this season tells a lot of stories that go beyond just basketball. Natalia Chavez is one of only a few Division I women's basketball players of Native American heritage, raised in New Mexico. You might have even seen her on Netflix as she appeared in the LeBron James-produced film Resball. Then there's the Daughtery twins, Molly and Emma, making ACU basketball a family affair. They're actually the 3rd set of twins competing for the Wildcats this year, joining football's Roten brothers and soccer's Miller sisters. From Hollywoods to twins, this ACU roster has depth in more ways than just one.
Thank you so much, Kaysen. Yeah, Bella, obviously always a lot of storylines going on on the court sides, in the benches, on the court, it doesn't matter. Everyone's got a story going on here. UIW, however, right now the story is down 2, but keeping in tie here with ACU. Travel call here will be ACU's ball.
Travel ball, it'll be ACU ball.
Jasmine Stone with the ball coming up court. It's over to Jordan Coleman now on the inside to Woodson. Here's a shot from Stone, no good. Had a good amount of arc on it. I thought that one would go through, did not.
ACU 0 for 9 now from the three-point line, which is a little unusual for ACU.
When a combined 1 for 18 on both sides, that's been what's kind of the story to me. It's not been necessarily bad shot selection as much as it's been, it just misses.
Yeah.
Right side, that one gets mixed up out of bounds. ACU ball off the foot of Madison Cockrell. Inbound here for the Wildcats. Stone again on the right side. Gets it over to Woodson. Hole directing traffic on the left side now. Into Troxel. Troxel with a layup is good. 14-10.
A little scoop.
So take a look here at what just happened. Foul going to be on the Cardinals, so ACU chance here to inbound the ball.
You know, that's what you get whenever you play intense defense. Just things go your way sometimes.
London Oliphant in the game now for the Cardinals. Woodson driving inside, and that one's blocked. Good read there from Georgia Elliott. Troxel with a 3-ball, and it rolls in and out. I mean, just barely rolls out. 14-10 now, or maintains 14-10 after that shot. Oliphant with the ball, goes to the right side. Drives inside and gets that up there, and
there's that charge you were looking for.
Exactly like you called it. Good work there. Take a look here.
That's what a player like Emma Troxel does so good at. When your teammate gets beat off the dribble, you just have their back, and that's what ACU does every single game.
So ACU back with the ball here, setting pace here early on in the second quarter. That's been important for the Wildcats. We talked about it during the break. It's been kind of slow. It's been start and stop. It's been long possessions for either side as that one rolls out of bounds. ACU going to maintain the ball. But we talked about it. It's been kind of slow back and forth, but ACU keeping pace here early on. Hull with the inbound. Hull, open 3-ball, no good. Rebound for the Wildcats, though. Groman dancing around, back to Hull. Hull goes inside, covered well. Here's the layup, is good. A good read to find that lane, Bella, and get in there. ACU up 16-10.
Hull just has that way of weaving in and out of defenses and finding the little gaps in order to get into the lane.
So Oliphant trying to get something on the board here for the Cardinals. Along the right side, here's a 3-ball, and it's good. Wonderful shot there from Destiny Whitaker. Her third 3-ball of the night, finally gets one to go.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, and it was contested.
16-13 now, so Cardinals digging back into this one. Woodson moves inside, trying to find somewhere to put the ball. Here we go, Troxel now. Moving inside. Back now, here's a 3-ball, and it's good. Two sides trading 3-point shots, 19-13 off the hands of Peyton Hull. Whitaker moving around, good look for her. Pass to the corner. Here's a shot, no good from Madison Williams. On the inside, though, layup attempt, no good from McCrary.
She's able to draw that foul.
Foul on Groman. Substitution. Oh, go ahead, Bella.
Being in the paint is so tricky because any ticky-tack foul can not go your way, and so especially when you're in the paint and you give the other team an offensive rebound, you got to go straight up.
McCrary's first shot is good. Taking a look here at Ramey McCrary, the junior from Allen, Texas. Second shot is good. 19-15 now. 4-point game. Jasmine Stone back in the game for ACU. Troxel inbound. Stone along the right side. Taking a look here. Pardon me. Stone pass is blocked. That one out of bounds. ACU going to maintain possession. Woodson now. Drives inside. Couldn't block, but down she goes hard. Georgia Elliott there on the coverage.
Yeah, a lot of body contact there.
At the line, Aaron Woodson for 2.
Woodson 1 for 2 tonight from the stripe. First shot is good. 20-15 now, Wildcats. Checking in the game is Molly Doherty. Or in just a second, it will be Molly Doherty. Woodson's second shot is good as well. 2 for 2 for her there on that second attempt.
I love the way that Coach Goodenough is kind of intermixing with some veteran players with the newcomers.
Whitaker with the ball over the right side to McGrew. And you talked about it, yeah, it's interesting to see freshmen early on this season, especially a veteran roster like this. But of course, Coach Goodenough, her record speaks for itself. She knows what she's doing. On the left side, McGrew. Back over here now on the right. Here's a 3 ball, no good. Rebound though, and no good on the shot from McCrary. Stone now with the ball for ACU. 5:51 left here in the second quarter. Passes it inside, and a layup is good off the hands of Jordan Coleman.
When your big is calling for the ball and they're open, you got to feed them. And good things happen.
Yeah, Coleman standing 6'2", second tallest player on this ACU roster. Short shot inside does not fall for the Cardinals. Woodson's going to take the ball back up court, pass inside, but it's blocked and out of bounds.
Out of bounds on the Cardinals, it'll stay with ACU.
It was off the hands of Ramey McCrary. Taking a look here at this swat out of bounds. ACU ball. Stone moves left. Back over. Here's a shot from Doherty, pardon me, and it is no good. Back and forth they go. 23-15 as we cross the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. In ACU, this is their first D1 game of the year. Here's a mid-range shot over the rim, but a rebound for the Cardinals. Open 3. Madison Cockrell, no good. Rebound opportunity for ACU. They do get it off the bounce from Troxel as it rolls out of bounds. So ACU going to maintain it as we head to break. ACU up 23-15 here in the second quarter. 4:45 to go. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. Sun setting here on the Wildcats and the Cardinals. 23-15 Wildcats lead. Coy Oslin, Bella Earl here courtside at Moody Coliseum for a pretty good early season matchup between two teams that you could say are kind of seeing opposites within their coaching ranks right now. First up, Jasmine Player, the new head coach at UIW, coming in as a former assistant at Oklahoma State, spent 3 years there, former player at Baylor under Kim Mulkey. Kind of a legacy that speaks for herself as a player and now as a coach, getting her shot at the Cardinals. And on the opposite bench is Julie Goodenough, who is her record speaks for itself. 251 and 143 at the with the Wildcats. 14th season here in Abilene at the ACU, and it's been quite a stretch for Julie Goodenough. And this year, it's one of those teams, Bella, that you could say a lot of people are feeling like they could go somewhere with what they've got built up.
For sure, with players that are returning from last season, their numbers that the minutes they played, the numbers they put up on the board, and the way that she recruits, it's going to be a special season that I think we're all excited for.
And as a player, what would you say Coach Goodenoug's coaching approach is? Is it the on-court stuff, or is it the stuff you see away from the game?
You know, I think it's a little bit of both. She expects a lot from her players, but she holds herself to a high standard as well, and I think that's all you can wish for in a coach.
Woodson drains a 326-15. ACU up 9 with 4:25 left. There you see it, the off-court stuff paying off now. Cockrell mid-court, pass inside. Here's a shot, and it's good from Georgia Elliott. 26-19. Cardinals keeping pace. That one off the hands, out of bounds. It will be ACU's ball. Coming in for the Wildcats is Emma Troxel. We'll take a look here at Woodson's 3-ball.
Quick in and out. Whenever a player goes to double on that post, that was great. That was a great pass out to your shooter.
On the inbound, here's Doherty driving inside. Lost the ball there for a second, gets it outside to Troxel. Here's a pass in the corner. What's Woodson got? No good. Solid rebound under the net for Ramey McCrary. She moves back up court and gets the ball off to Cockrell.
You just saw a forward dribbling the ball down the court like a point guard. That's how versatile UIW's team is.
There'll be a charge under the rim there for UIW. 3:37 left now. So ACU gets the ball right back.
Again, having your teammates back, getting a charge. And you see the ACU bench going crazy for their teammate.
Stone with the ball along the right side, hands it off to Woodson. Woodson over to Doherty. A good hand in there. What a play by Georgia Elliott, moving down court now. Drives inside, the layup no good, but the foul called for Georgia Elliott.
Foul called on the Wildcats on Molly Doherty.
Coming in for the Cardinals is Mallory McQuitter, and Peyton Holt comes in as well, alongside Riley Groman. Georgia Elliott taking the shots now for the Cardinals. First shot from the senior is good, 26-18. Second shot here. No good. ACU almost struggled on the rebound there under the net.
Yeah, and both teams are kind of struggling from the free throw line right now.
Well, and struggling from the free throw line as a layup attempt rolls out and out of bounds now.
Out of bounds on the Wildcats.
So UIW gets the ball right back, coming in.
Every year in the game for UIW, number 21, Mallory McQuider.
McQuider in for the Cardinals. And like you said, though, they are struggling from the free throw line, these two sides. 6 for 10 for ACU, 6 for 11 for UIW, but also after missed free throws, they're struggling to get the ball wrangled in. Both sides have had issues with that. Cockrell drives along the right side. Monton went for the mid-range shot. Here's a good layup attempt. Great play there. Good heads-up work from Ramey McCrary.
Coleman got a hand on that shot, but it went right in the hands of the other team.
McCrary's got 7 for the Cardinals. And here's Woodson driving inside for ACU. The layup no good. Rebound for the Cardinals. So some momentum cooking up for UIW here late in the second quarter. Just under 2:15 to go. Pass to the left side. Here's Whitaker. No good. Rebound by ACU. Here's Hull moving up court with speed. Dances around the shot. No good, off the hands and out of bounds. And that one will stay We'll stay with the Wildcats, yes. Just over 2 minutes to go, 26-20, ACU with the inbound. Groman moves to the left, drives inside. Layup no good. Almost a rebound chance there for Coleman. UIW going to get the ball.
Foul call on the Wildcats on Jordan Coleman. So first in the game, team foul number 4.
Inbound here for the Cardinals.
ACU has been playing full court defense this entire half.
There's a mid-range shot, bounces off, no good. Rebound, McCrary. It's in. 2 more for her, up to 11 on the afternoon, or the evening. And you talked about the full court defense there for ACU. It's something I kind of picked up on for them, and it was working so well early on, but here you see the Cardinals getting these big opportunities. You see a turnover here. Brianna Davis coming in the game for the Wildcats. We take a look at this.
Reiterating for the Wildcats, Brianna.
Yeah, UIW just had some length on the Wildcats there, being able to tip that ball.
Or pardon me, it will stick with the Wildcats. Pass inside, Troxel layup is good, and a whistle. Gets on the inside, gets the layup, 2 more for her, and a chance to add on to this one.
That was a great read by Troxel.
I mean, good execution all around on the inbound pass as well. So Emma Troxel going back to the free throw line for the Wildcats. 2 for 4 today for her. The N1 is good, 29-22. Wildcats lead as Gwendolyn McGrew comes back in as Whitaker heads off. Emma Doherty will come in the game now with Jordan Coleman checking out. Of course, keeping the height on the court there with Emma Troxel. 1:10 left here in the second half. 29-22, shot inside, another good play from Ramey McCrary. She's having a great game today, 13 points for her, 5 for 6 on her shots, 1 for 1 on her three shot.
She's just so strong in the paint, and she's gotten so many second chance points off of rebounds. ACU's got to box out and find a way to get rebounds.
And she's been all over the court, Bella. That's something I've noticed. It's almost like she's there wherever you look. Peyton Hull drives to the rim for 2 for the Wildcats, 31-24. .21 seconds left. Cockrell along the right side, driving inside, and travel called on UIW. So ACU gets the ball back, 17 seconds, chance to run the clock out to halftime. 31-24, and what has been a aggressive, real start-stop style here in the first half in Abilene, Texas.
Yeah, it feels like neither team has kind of gotten to a flow.
Troxel driving inside, 2 seconds left, shot doesn't go anywhere off the hands, and out of bounds as time expires. 31-24, ACU up by 7 in what has been a very interesting game so far. And for more on that, we're going to send it over courtside to Kaysen Higgins. He's going to talk with Coach Goodenough about this 7-point lead as she is making her way over there right now. And we are going to send it over to Kaysen. Kaysen, what do you got for us?
We got to start rebounding. I mean, we've fouled. We've given up offensive rebounds and then fouled. Put them on the free throw line. We're not very sharp defensively. And honestly, it hurts if Meredith has to sit out the whole second quarter. We get Meredith and Bree back in. I think that'll help us on both ends of the floor.
What can help the three-point shooting improve in that second half?
Just relax and knock shots down. I mean, we've got great shooters. They're giving us looks. Just got to settle down and put it in the hole.
All righty, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you so much, Kaysen. And we're going to send you to break 31-24. Stick with us here at halftime at Moody Coliseum. Wildcats up. Stick with us. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas halftime show. ACU UIW 31-24. Wildcats up here in Abilene, Texas. Courtside, Coy Oslin, Bella Earl, Kason Higgins giving us some insight from the courtside. And Bella, this first half was interesting. It's kind of a weird mix of momentum shifts back and forth. ACU really established an identity, though, in that second quarter, pulling out to, at times, a 9-point lead, sitting at 7 currently. What have you seen personally between these two teams?
You know, it's a defensive rebounding battle. We see that UIW is out-rebounding the Wildcats by 5, and a big part of that is Meredith May's gotten early foul trouble, and so a leading rebounder for ACU coming back in the second half will be a key factor in this game.
And, you know, talking about that, obviously some big players on both sides. Let's take a peek at those first half stats from this matchup. And obviously ACU, it was 2 points in that first quarter and then 5 at the end of that second quarter. So it's added up pretty well for ACU. But here's the numbers for me. Ramey McCrary, 13 points. That sticks out to me. We talked about she's all over the court. She's being very diverse. 13 rebounds, though. That's what stuck out to me on the sheet the most. Those 13 points are helping a lot. Those rebounds are big, like we talked about.
Especially on those free throws. We saw that multiple times. She was getting rebounds off free throws. So Wildcats got to box out if they want to pull away with this win.
And we talked about it. Peyton Hull, 10 points for her, 9 points for Emma Troxel. Between ACU, these two guards here trying to sort out a game that's been, like we said, start and stop between these two sides. 9 fouls apiece between each team through that first half. And I think, in my opinion, they've got to be ultra careful right off the bat. I think you can loosen it up towards the half, but we saw so many fouls early on, a lot of aggression right out of the gate in that first quarter that really, really hurt. Let's take a look at some of these big plays, though, that stacked up in the first half for both sides. We start with a wonderful 3-shot here from Ramey McCrary. ACU getting going with theirs as well. The 3-ball, Bella, has been something that both sides have struggled with, though, and that's been a really important part of this game.
What we see with ACU is their points are kind of scattered throughout multiple players, so that's where having a deep bench comes into play.
And we know ACU, very deep bench for them. UIW showing their depth as well throughout this one, but talking about the 3-ball, 4 for 29 between the two teams, only 2 falling for UIW, only 2 falling for ACU. And a big note on that for me, 0 for 3 in the 3-point mark for Emma Troxel, Bella, as we set for the second half here in Abilene, Texas. Stick with us, 31-24. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, Abilene, Texas. Coy Oslin, Bella Earl here courtside at Moody Coliseum. And Bella, we're here just 2 games into the year. I mean, technically a game and a half into the year. But the preseason awards, whatever you want to call them, getting divvied out to teams already early this season. And the ACU obviously ranking very high in that WAC poll. We talked about it a little bit earlier, bringing in a team, Julie Goodenough, that a lot of people think can get a lot done this year.
Yes, I talked last game about how it kind of puts a target on ACU's back, you know, a lot of pressure to uphold this standard, but also it's kind of encouraging, especially for these juniors that have been here for, you know, going on 3 years now. All their hard work is finally paying off. We're at the top.
And you talk about that. It's a real debate, this reshuffled WAC of CBU and ACU. Who is going to kind of lead the front here? And you see it very close. Just one more vote for ACU pushes them to the top of the heap, and it's going to be a very competitive conference this year. Taking a look also, though, ACU took home some preseason honors in the conference, their players, that is, and Peyton Hull, obviously, that's a huge start for ACU to have her in there alongside Meredith Mays. Hull as well taking home preseason conference honors.
That's got to be a confidence booster for their teammates as well. You know, we got 2 people on the preseason all-WAC team, and most of the times it's those teams that have more than one player that go all the way. So I'm excited to see how ACU uses this to fuel them.
And as the year goes on, this is going to be a very competitive conference. You've got a lot of really good players distributed across a lot of really well put together teams. And, you know, looking at UIW in the Southland, they're dealing with the same thing there. So it's very interesting to see where we'll go from here. But like I said, it's going to be an interesting year. Both sides getting ready to go in Abilene, Texas. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment for the second half from Moody Coliseum.
We need your help to help our women's basketball team come out to a fast start to start the second half. And we've got Red Hope. Here's our t-shirt toss captain here to tell you what time it is.
Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. Coy Oslin, Bella Earl, Kaysen Higgins on the court side for us, giving us some insights and information. ACU up 31-24 at Moody Coliseum as we get the ball inbounded here to Brianna Davis, and we are underway in the second half of this matchup between two long, well-acquainted rivals. Davis, long three-ball right off the bat, no good off the rim. ACU coming out pretty aggressive here.
That was a great read. Your defender goes under the screen. That's a great shot. You got to take that.
Back hole, here's a shot now. No good. So rebound for Incarnate Word. Georgia Elliott with the ball along the left side. Gets one off the foot. That one rolls down court.
Got multiple bodies on the floor fighting for the ball there.
So UIW going to keep it off the jump ball. Cockrell going to inbound it. Shoveling around. Here's a mid-range shot, no good from Whitaker. We have foul here for ACU. So Whitaker going to head back to the line.
Foul call on number 10, Peyton Hall.
Take a look here.
That's her second of the game. Team foul number 1.
Yeah, she just found a tiny gap, and there's enough time and space to get that shot off.
So UIW taking them as they come. First shot from Whitaker is good in the second half. Now 1 for 3 in the game for her. Second shot now. It's good. So 31-26, 5-point game now, almost right out of the gate in the third quarter. We're already seeing fouls pop up for ACU. We talked about it during the half. They've got to limit those fouls. There's a good pass to the inside, and in it goes for Emma Troxel.
That's the teamwork that we were talking about as a key to the game. Like the great court vision between your teammates.
Cole strips it away, runs down court, and the layup is good. ACU's leading scorers go back-to-back. Troxel with 11, Hull with 12. Cockrell directing traffic. Elliott's going to have it over to McCrary. Back to Elliott. Inside pass here, McCrary, mid-range. Can't get that one to fall. You think when she gets the ball, she's going to score. She's been so aggressive here early on in this game, leading the way for the Cardinals with 13.
It'll definitely be interesting seeing that we have height now on the ACU side with Meredith guarding her on the other side.
There's Erin Woodson inside. 37-26. 9's the number for the Wildcats. Cockrell finds herself inside. Has got to make a pass here. Whitaker. Back over to Borgstad, who drives inside, and a travel called on the Cardinals. So we're seeing both sides trade off fouls early on, which obviously you don't want to see foul trouble, but as long as they're trading it off, it's pretty even for both sides.
You see Erin on that last one, just that little hesitation dribble throws her defender off, and she's able to get inside and get a shot off.
Holt, left side, 3-ball, no good. Rebound ACU though, and it's tipped off the hands, and Cockrell's gonna take it down court. Layup from her is good.
She's just so quick. She can just one dribble, and she's past her defender.
Cockrell, the senior transfer from UTSA, establishing herself here in Abilene, Texas, back to a 9-point game. Davis, the pass over to Hull. Here's a 3-ball from her again, and it cannot fall for ACU. So, ACU going to maintain possession. Mallory McQuider in the game for the Cardinals. Davis inbound off the hands of Hull. That one goes out of bounds, but ACU actually going to maintain it. Here's Hull to inbound. Davis. Drives left side, tries to find a lane. Here's a pass back to the outside to Hull. Inside to Mays, and nothing there but a whistle. You'll take them as they come, though. Inbound opportunity here for the Cardinals. 9-point game, 6:55 left in the third quarter, and UIW's hanging in here, Bella, but they got to get something going as we head towards the fourth.
You know, defense makes offense, so it's really whichever team is going to show up defensively in this half. And it looks like it's going both ways.
Yeah, a bit of a mix-up there, turned back over. McCrary, 3-shot, does she have it? No. Rebound for Hull. Just like that, ACU gets it right back. Trying to take the shot inside to Mays. Mays with the layup, and that one falls for her. 39-28, Meredith Mays.
Great positioning, great footwork in the paint, and amazing touch.
Reminder, Mays out there with 2 fouls already. Shot falls for the Cardinals, back to a 9-point game off Cockrell. Davis back with the ball for ACU. Flirting between a 9-point and 11-point game. Cardinals trying to go here fighting. Hull dances to the left. Looks around, finds a pass to Davis. Davis inside to Mays. Here's Mays again, and that one falls. So back-to-back shots for Meredith Mays, and we talk about the height advantage. Really good start for her here to the second quarter. No fouls and some good layup opportunities.
When all else fails, just feed your post. Feed Meredith.
The drive to the inside and a whistle for Madison Cockrell.
Foul called on the Wildcats on Erin Woodson. That's her first of the game. Team foul number 2.
Woodson's first foul of the game.
At the line shooting 2 for the
Yeah, just was a little bit late on that help side. She's able to draw that foul.
9 for ACU. Destiny Whitaker, first shot, it falls. Whitaker 1 for 2 in this game. State 1 for 4, but the putback goes in. 41-33.
We were just talking about that, how she was able to get those offensive rebounds off a free throw, and it just happened again. Who on ACU is going to step up and box out?
Just really good court awareness. That's kind of what I'm seeing from McCrary tonight. She's taking the shots as they come. She's just had such a good job on the rebounds. Down court pass, and no good off the bottom of the goal. ACU going to get this one right back.
Yeah, just no one really had possession in that last possession there.
So we're going to head to break here. ACU soaring high, 41-33 in Abilene, Texas. Cardinals not out yet. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment from Moody Coliseum.
All right, fans, we have 4 contestants here with us tonight.
Moody Coliseum, the dark of night in Abilene, Texas, 41-33. Wildcats up over the Cardinals here in the third quarter. Coy Oslin, Bella Earl, Kason Higgins on the sidelines for us. And taking a look at UIW, we talked about it. They started the year off against number 4 Texas, and here's how it stacks up for them. They've got St. Thomas and then UTSA, both those at the McDermott Center, and then a road game against Rice in Houston, and then number 17 TCU in Fort Worth. Big game for them before regrouping with St. Mary's University. And you talk about playing ranked opponents early on. That sets a standard for yourself, kind of helps you find the real issues you may have before you get into conference play.
I agree 100%. It shows you, what players are going to be showing up for you and can work well under pressure.
We talk about under pressure. These two teams right now trying to figure things out. Pretty even marks from the field so far. 50% shooting for ACU here in the third quarter. 42.9 for the Cardinals. Number sticking out to me still, though. 2 for 19 from ACU beyond the arc. 0 for 4 in this third quarter, as that shot does not go anywhere for ACU. Cardinals now with the ball on the left side is Cockrell. Finds Whitaker, moves inside, little jumper from her, does not fall. Rebound ACU. We're seeing ACU get the rebound, something we saw Coach Goodenough talk about right as we went to halftime, and ACU's figuring that out as we go inside to Mays, and she gets another one.
Beautiful lob pass from Bree to Meredith. And UIW answers in return.
Madison Cockrell.
So Cockrell finds the rim there. 43-35, 8-point game. Davis over to Troxel. Troxel with a 3-ball. Does she have it? Yes, she does. Emma Troxel led ACU in 3 balls last year. Here she is now getting ACU back on the board. Their 5th point beyond the arc, and there's another one from Destiny Whitaker. Wonderful shot selection there from her.
We were talking about how, defense wins games. Well, it looks like right now they're just going back and forth on offense.
So UIW maintaining the momentum as we head in here to the later stages of the third quarter. 46-38, ACU up over Incarnate Word. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Moonlight in Abilene, Texas, 46-38 as the trains roll through town. 3:36 left here in the third quarter. Coy Oslin and Bella Earl courtside, and we talked about it here in the second half. Right off the bat, Meredith Mays has been a key player for ACU. 2 fouls early on in the game, but here she is super effective in this second half, Bella.
Yes, Meredith shoots at such a high clip that you can have confidence whenever she has the ball in the paint that almost 100% of the time it's going to go in or draw a foul.
And I'm sure she was a topic of conversation over there courtside for the Cardinals. We regroup here on court. 46-38. ACU leads. Woodson, here's a 3-ball from her, and that one was tipped right off the bat. Doesn't go anywhere, but a rebound from Mays. Trying to find someone, it's Woodson again. Woodson steps back, and there's a shot for her. 48-38 with just over 3 minutes left. Cardinals sticking in there, but got to start finding real traction here soon as we inch towards the fourth quarter. On the left side, spins around and tosses it over into the corner. Here's a drive from Oliphant, layup, no good. Charge for the Cardinals.
That's
back to
3
ACU.
now.
Pardon, go ahead.
That's 3 now for
Yeah.
the Wildcats.
Offensive foul called on the Cardinals, and number 2, London Oliphant.
We see junior to junior here. Meredith to Aaron, Woodson.
In 48-38, you talk about it right there, getting the charge. Points off turnovers for ACU. There's 13 of them so far in this game. That's a real difference maker right now for the Wildcats, as you see courtside there. London Oliphant. Oh, here's a 3-ball from her, no good, off the rim. Meredith Mays with the rebound. Quick pass back, one shot from Troxel. How about another? She gets it. Takes the second opportunity, gets it in. 50-38, Wildcats up 12.
Troxel just stacking up the stats with the rebounds and the putbacks.
Good coverage from ACU here defensively. Pass to the inside, and there's Mays with the strip steal. Hull over to Woodson. Passes it inside, that went over the hands of Troxel, and a good takeaway there for the Cardinals. Hard drive down court here for Cockrell, and a whistle.
Yeah, UIW's got to find a way to respond to this little run that ACU has gone on.
Wildcats are number 5, Brianna Davis, that's her 3rd of the game. Team foul number 3.
Cockrell's been fouled 5 times tonight. Super effective work from her for the Cardinals.
That foul was in the act of shooting at the line, shooting 2 for UIW, number 5, Madison Cockrell.
She's 2 for 5
Also
tonight
for the Cardinals,
from the stripe. First shot, in and out.
3 of ACU's leading scorers just are out getting a breather, so we'll see how the momentum continues for ACU with some new faces on the court.
Yeah, Chavez on the court alongside Doherty and Coleman, or pardon me, Groman. Davis, pass inside. Here's Mays again with the layup. Another great shot from her, getting open and finding the space to make the play.
You see her not fading away from that contact. There's a lot of bodies in the paint, and she just works through the contact.
If anyone on this court's being careful, it's her. She can be a real difference maker in the 4th quarter for ACU. We've said these Cardinals aren't going anywhere. They're still fighting. Davis. Over to Mays. Back to Doherty. Doherty moving inside. Groman. Now back to Mays. ACU moving the ball a lot here. Layup attempt inside, no good from Groman. Cockrell down court again. The ball comes out of her hands, and a good effort there to get on the ground from Lolly Doherty to get the ball. Back and forth they go. 15 turnovers for the Cardinals, 6 for ACU, and we talked about it. Those points off turnovers have been huge for the Wildcats, and foul called there on the Cardinals.
This is a pretty physical game. We see lots of people on the floor, almost every single play.
Well, it's sitting here from our perspective off the court. The storyline we're waiting for is when we get down in those last minutes of the game, who's going to be available to be aggressive like that? We've seen a lot of trade-off in those fouls. ACU to inbound. Here's Chavez inside. Layup no good. She gets a second shot at it, but good defense from the Cardinals under the rim. Down court pass to Gwendolyn McGrew. Haven't had a chance to say her name. Was the highlight player for us early on, but that's thanks in part to Rain McCrary's performance tonight. Now McGrew gets it back out, and driving inside now is Lusby, heading for the rim and good. Great play from her. Clock winding down, and we will wrap up the 3rd quarter. 11-point game. ACU up 52-41 at Moody Coliseum, but the Cardinals not going anywhere. They're fighting hard. Stick with us here at Moody Coliseum. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. Coliseum 4th quarter action. 11-point game. ACU up 52-41 over UIW. The Cardinals trying to find some momentum in ACU. Big schedule coming up for them. A little bit of a Southland Conference sampling for them. Go and face UTRGV on the 11th here at home. That will be on ESPN+. On the road at SFA on the 14th, and then they head to the American Conference, play UNT. Northwestern in Bradley, however, they'll get in Fort Myers, Florida, as part of the Elevance Health tournament. Kind of a big lineup there for ACU. You get your samplings from inside the state, and then you get to go play a team out of the Big Ten in Northwestern that going to be a pretty interesting game, a big win name opportunity for Coach Goodenough and her girls.
A lot of these teams play similar to fast-paced, intense defense, trying to turn you over a lot. So this will help ACU prepare for WAC play, because WAC teams are also very high intent on defense.
Getting set to go here. Molly Doherty going to inbound it for the Wildcats. Davis takes it at midcourt. Right now, ACU, you talked about it a little bit earlier, where they're spreading points out very evenly. They've got 4 players in double digits right now. That's compared to just 2 from UIW. Doherty here with a 3-ball, no good off the back. And out of bounds, going to be UIW ball. Much like they did in the third quarter, ACU comes out with a 3 attempt, doesn't get it. UIW with a chance to set momentum here in a super important fourth quarter. Cockrell over cross court to McGrew. McGrew driving inside, trying to find something, back out to Cockrell. Thought about the 3, goes inside, takes the mid-range jumper, it falls. Good shot from her there, 9-point game.
That was a very smart decision right there. She's such a high IQ player, and that's what you want in a point guard.
Big shot from Riley Groman, but foul going to be called here on UIW. A big chance for ACU here. Checking in Peyton Hall and Emma Troxel. We talked about it. Been a very aggressive game between these two sides. Really want to win this game if you're UIW coming off the loss to Texas. If you're ACU trying to just get your footing against a D1 opponent. Hole drives inside, the layup no good. And it'll be a jump ball. UIW will take possession. 8:53 left in the fourth quarter. We do expect foul trouble to be an issue as we get later in the game. If you weren't part of the first half, ACU struggled early on with the fouls, but kind of leveled out here in the second half. McGrew inside pass to Whitaker. Floats it back to McGrew. Another pass inside, Davis snags it. In the paint. ACU with the ball here. We talked about it. Points off turnovers for the Wildcats been a huge part of their game tonight. Hull for 3, no good, wide right. That one bounces out of bounds. UIW is going to get it back. Morgan Borgstadt checking in for the Cardinals. She will inbound it. So Bella, if you're UIW here, you're still in the game. It's a 9-point game. You've got a lot of wiggle room. Maybe not necessarily what you're telling your players if you're the coach. What are you telling yourself if you're one of these players that maybe hasn't had the game you've wanted to? Do you just need to regroup and get your footing?
Yeah, and just have confidence in yourself and your teammates, you know. Play smart. This is not the time to try and do something out of your role. You know your role and play it well.
Foul on Meredith Mays there, and we talked about it. 2 for her in the first half. There's another one, up to 3 now, with just under 8 to go in the fourth quarter. Shots coming up here for Bryn Lusby, 1 for 1. First shot is good, 2 for 2 on the night. 52-44. Second shot. Bring them up to 45 with that one. Troxel going to inbound it for ACU in what's a 7-point game, Bella. Hull takes it back to the center. She's going to shoot a 3 here. Does she have it? No. A little too much on that one.
UIW's got to be careful with leaving Peyton open for these 3s. They're going to knock down soon, so they got to be there, be in her face.
And I was about to say, you got to feel like she's due for one. 1 for 5 for her from beyond the arc, and Beautiful shot there from Destiny Whitaker. Tacking onto a solid night for her, up to 4 points. 19% from beyond the arc for Incarnate Word, down to 12 for just ACU. Dancing around is Mays with a one-handed layup.
And that's why whenever you're shooting 12% from the three, you got to feed it into the post or get in the paint if you're a guard to have success.
Mays up to 12 points now for ACU. We've really seen her come alive this second half. 10 points for Meredith Mays, but the 3 fouls looming for her as we draw late in the fourth quarter. In the corners, Cockrell tries to get it out. Here's a shot from Whitaker, and it falls. Another great shot from Destiny Whitaker. Up to 12 for her now. So 3 Cardinals in double digits now as Hull takes it for ACU. Davis, 3-ball. Can she respond? No. Mays with a chance for the rebound, bounces out of bounds, but off the hands of Bryn Lusby. So ACU is going to maintain possession. Take a look here at this shot. Wide open shot for Destiny Whitaker.
The confidence.
So ACU going to get another attempt here after the foul to inbound it. Ramey McCrary checking in for the Cardinals. 3 fouls for Morgan Borgstadt on the Cardinals, 3 fouls for Cockrell as well, both of them on court right now. Davis with the ball. Here's a shot from Woodson. That one falls. Erin Woodson, 2 for 5 for her tonight. And like we said, one of the Wildcats was due. You'd think it'd be Peyton Hull, but Woodson gets that one to go through.
Lots of defensive pressure.
Yeah. I think that foul's going to be on Doherty there. It'll be her 4th of the night if it is. Yeah. Or Borgstadt, pardon me. So Borgstadt going to check out with 4 fouls as Georgia Elliott comes in. Elliott tonight, 3 points for her, 1 for 3 on her shots. Here's a drive inside, a layup, and another whistle. Taking a look here on the ground. I believe that is Georgia Elliott. Hit the ground hard. So ACU takes the offensive foul. Elliott gonna stay on the court at least for right now. As Bryn Lusby checks off, and here comes Elliott now off court, and they're gonna bring back in Gwendolyn McGrew. Obviously when you're dealing with the foul trouble, but also you kinda got some players having to check out here and stretch some things out and get some things looked at, kinda adds to a tough strategy for Coach Jasmine Player. 57-51. That's a big foul there for UIW to get the ball back, Bella.
For sure, maybe some momentum shift. I feel like it's been in ACU's favor for the past couple minutes here.
ACU getting much more aggressive on defense as this lead has narrowed, and there's a turnover. So ACU gets the ball, or pardon me, a timeout. Huge moment there between these two teams. It is down to a 6-point game, was 11 at one point. Back and forth they go. We talked about it, this game felt a little off when it started. And as we've grown here into the fourth quarter, it's really picking up pace, and I think nothing speaks more to that than it being 57-51 with 5 to go. We're gonna head to break actually. Stick with us, 5:21 left in the fourth quarter here in Abilene, Texas. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. 57-51 here in what is the second game of the season for both of these schools. College basketball just getting started, especially here in the WAC. Earlier today, Arkansas State, the women knocking down Tarleton State 87-77. And Missouri State UTA set for a 7:30 tip-off on ESPN+. Also, NAU and Utah Tech, a future matchup in the Big Sky between those two teams. They're tipping off at 4 Central tomorrow. And Washington State in Southern Utah as well at 4 Central. Big weekend of basketball, a lot of D1 games like we talked about. We're blessed to kind of have a game like this early on in the year where it's two teams that have a lot to prove. And Incarnate Word is drawn back in, Bella. It is a 6-point game, and that's due in part to how they came out of the gate here. Shooting 3 for 3 so far in the fourth quarter is a takeaway there for ACU. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Those 6 points have really added up to what is cutting into this ACU lead. Davis over to Emma Troxel. Troxel going to shoot the 3 ball. No good, wide right. UIW takes it back down court now. We talked about the big shooters for UIW finally getting some people to kind of shake things up for them. Problem is they've got Morgan Borgstadt with 4 fouls, 3 fouls for Madison Cockrell, who has been integral for this game for UIW.
Late in the shot clock and an offensive foul.
So the two sides trading offensive fouls right before we went to break. ACU getting UIW checking in the game now. Going to be Bryn Lusby. So Troxel going to inbound it here with 4:29 to go. 6-point game. ACU really needs to start applying that pressure we saw from them early on. You're pointing it out right before that foul call. Late in the shot clock. That's been something ACU has managed to do throughout this game. Hayes now with a layup. There she goes again. Meredith Mays has been so crucial for ACU in the second half. 12 points for her after a very struggle-filled first half. Bella.
Whenever you just have a player that's dominating on the boards, you just got to feed it to her, and you saw those 2 power dribbles, and that's all she needed to get a shot off.
Layup attempt no good there from Martina Monton. Down court now, Woodson lays it up and in. Big points for ACU there, gets it back up to a double-digit lead, something they comfortably had, and quickly down court. Bella, we see UIW moving. Travel called. We've seen travel, those travels have been an issue tonight for UIW. We've seen a handful of them.
ACU's defense really speeding them up and them not being able to make a decision.
You got to flirt, you know, with overdrive and keeping that pace, and obviously you don't want the shot clock to whittle down so much. Time of possession is going to be so valuable here. ACU's led for over 30 minutes in this game, just 2 minutes for UIW. Here's a corner shot, no good from Riley Groman. Rebound for ACU though. Troxel back outside to Woodson. Moving inside now. Back to Troxel, here's a shot, is it good? Yes it is, Emma Troxel. How about that, another 3-ball. ACU's found their shot here late in the game.
And it's all because the defense is sinking in on Meredith Mays. Those 2 back-to-back baskets by her, they don't want to get her the ball, and so that leaves a shooter out on the perimeter.
So jump ball, ACU's going to take over here. Checking in is Peyton Hull. And, you know, you talk about what Meredith's done inside the paint for ACU, obviously being a bit of a Trojan horse at times as well, but I think what's interesting to me has just been how impressive she can be. She can really take over a game in the second half, and you get late in a conference like this, that can be big. Bounces in and out for Aaron Woodson. Here's a second chance shot. Peyton Hull gets it inside. ACU tacks on some more points. 2:25 left. Cockrell down court. Woodson with another takeaway. Here she goes down court. Back behind the back over to Hull, and it doesn't fall. Good takeaway though, and Woodson's still fighting for it. And after the foul, UIW is going to take over, and some disbelief from the Wildcats. Bella, what'd you see there?
I mean, it was both sides going at it, you know. It's physical, and the call's either going to go your way or it's not. You just got to move on to the next play.
Timeout going to be called here. Take a look here once again on the foul call. Thought she had it, and get real animated late in these games like this. Real quick, some trends right now. ACU 12-0 run over the last 3:55. 14-3 over 5 minutes almost. 5 turnovers in that 5-minute period for UIW. And we've talked about it throughout the night. It feels like turnovers and points off turnovers have been massive for ACU.
Emma Troxel, 19 and 9 right now. Double-double watch. See if she can get that within the next 2 minutes.
And looking at the Wildcats, you've got 4 players in double digits. After that, you've only got 2 other players who have even scored points in this game. Those being Woodson, Hull, Mays, and Troxel leading the way for ACU. 3 fouls, though, once again, we talked about could be a storyline here late, but ACU's found an offensive groove that could really dull down that storyline. Cockrell. McCrary inside, spins around, and a great block there from Meredith Mays. Returning to Meredith Mays, obviously, you get late in the year, what can having a player like that, a player that tall, in fact, playing the way she does, what can that do for a team?
I mean, that's a game on the line win right there. You can go with confidence and knowing that she's effective down in the paint, but also she protects the rim.
Inside to Woodson, beautiful shot. ACU really pouring on the coals now. 17-point lead, and Bella, the Cardinals look frazzled here late in the game, kind of stunned coming off that break where they were inching back in.
Madison Cockrell with the and one. The foul called on the Wildcats. Kate Hall. That's her 3rd of the game. Team foul number 4. Reiterating for the Wildcats, Jasmine Stone.
Jasmine Stone in the game for ACU.
Madison on a triple-double watch over there. She's 15, 7, and 9. Well-rounded player for UIW.
Yeah. Ball gets loose there. ACU recovers with Troxel. Good pass here, Woodson. Drives inside. We're going under the 1-minute mark now. ACU up by 14. Here's a layup and a whistle for the Wildcats. Aaron Woodson. It's McQuider's 2nd foul of the game.
Foul number 5 at the line, Aaron Woodson for 2.
Something I've noticed about all these guards here at ACU is they use their bodies so well.
First shot, no good. 17 points for Aaron Woodson, 6 rebounds and 4 assists for her tonight. But we talk about Woodson, we talk about Meredith Mays, and we talk about Peyton Hull. I think the story tonight's been Emma Troxel, who's had a quiet night, you could say, but she keeps consistently getting her shot off, and that's been huge, shooting around the 50% mark for the Wildcats. And we get another foul. Substitutions for the Wildcats. Molly Doherty going to come in the game alongside Riley Groman as Woodson and Hull head off after excellent outings for them against UIW. First shot for Cockrell. 69-55, 14-point game. Second shot is good. So Bella, you leave this game as UIW. You scored only 33 points against Texas, but you hung in with an ACU team picked to win its conference. 56 points for them tonight. And be turnover here to the Cardinals. If you're Incarnate Word, what does that tell you about yourself? You're 0-2, but maybe not looking at the record, looking at what you did tonight against a team that's, you know, kind of in your area.
Yeah, I mean, win or lose, there's a lot of takeaways for both teams. You just see the fight in both teams, the fight till the end. There's no quit. UIW has been fighting till the end, a lot of grit and toughness from these girls, and so I would be very encouraged as a coach.
A lot of impressive play from them too as well. A couple players that showed up big for them tonight. You could mention Rami McCrary. Obviously, we've talked a handful of times about Destiny Whitaker. Gwendolyn McGrew, as that one bounces around. Just under 5 seconds to go in a 13-point game. So ACU's going to get possession, chance to run out the clock here on first D1 win at home this year. Checking in the game, Martina Monton going to come in.
Entering the game for UIW, number 9, Martina Monton.
As well as Madison Williams, former transfer from Hardin-Simmons, familiar with Abilene. Winding it down, 2 seconds to go for the Wildcats. Jasmine Stone holds it, and ACU takes their first D1 game at home, 69-56. The Cardinals fall to 0-2, and a valiant effort from them after a tough loss, Bella.
And it's just so, you know, ACU fans should be so encouraged by this. And it's kind of frightening to everyone in the WAC. It's just eye-opening, and a lot of these girls are only juniors.
Yeah,
so
and
it's scary.
That's exactly the point I was going to make. Caught me a little off guard there. That is a good point. There's a lot of juniors on that roster, and ACU has a chance to build something really special here over the next few months. This is going to be a big game for them. As far as momentum goes, you get a win over a school that you actively are recruiting against for Texas athletes, specifically, you know, kind of here in this transfer portal era, and ACU with a hot start to the year. We're getting set here to have a conversation between Kaysen Higgins and Julie Goodenough here in just a second, but a great outing from the Wildcats and a good all-around performance for ACU. And closing the book, a couple standout players, obviously. Erin Woodson, 18 points. Peyton Hull, 14. 14 for Meredith Mays, 19 for Emma Troxel. Huge game from her, Bella.
I just love how the ACU team right here is well distributed all throughout. Rebounding, points, we see assists. Love the team effort all around.
Yeah, and once again, we talked about it. ACU was distributing points well early on, but then you had 4 key players really break away. Very similar story for UIW. Slow start for a couple of their players as we see Emma Troxel heading over to talk with our Kaysen Higgins. Kaysen, what you got for us?
Emma, you had 21 and 9 today. What can you attribute to your success?
I'm sorry?
You had 21 and 9 today. What can you attribute to your success?
Honestly, my teammates. I mean, they kept getting me the ball, kept helping me screen assists. I mean, they fought hard for me, so I fought hard for them.
Y'all first 21 turnovers today. What can you attribute to that?
Right. One of our game plans every game is to apply pressure, create turnovers, and then capitalize off those turnovers, and I think we did a great job today.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Kaysen. ACU wrapping up a big game, 69-56, and ACU, what an outing for the Wildcats. For Coy Oslin, Bella Earl, Kaysen Higgins, and everyone back in the studio. We're going to take one last look at our final stats from tonight. ACU with an impressive win over a in-state rival, 69-56. We're talking about it. Madison Cockrell, Destiny Whitaker, Meredith Mays, Emma Troxel, 4 players that I think really can take some momentum out of this game. I mean, 15 points for Destiny Whitaker off 4 for 12. That's a huge night for her, especially at the stripe. 19 points for Emma Troxel, and Meredith Mays, like we said, so divisive for ACU in the paint.
And something with all 4 of these players, you don't just look at the points. You have to look at who is well-rounded and affecting a game, and more than just scoring.
All right, well, putting a cap on it, 69-56, ACU takes it from UIW. These former rivals end it in Abilene, Texas. For everyone at the ACUTV studios, I'm Coy Oslin. For Bella Earl and Kaysen Higgins, we'll see you down the road.